Oh, yeah, this message is for the world. Everyone knows. You all, myself, everyone knows. Stop acting like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, there's so much chaos. Oh, X, Y, and Z, excuses, excuse. Everyone knows. You know, I know, everyone knows. So why in our heart, in our body and soul, do we force ourselves to do these things? I know, you know, everyone knows already. Everyone knows. This message is for the entire world, the existence of all humans. Everyone knows. At the core of our existence, the core of our stomach, our chi, our chakra, the core of our hearts, the core of our bodies, okay? Everyone knows. So why is there this, oh, I'm so busy. Oh, there's so much chaos. Oh, the world is so blah, 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 blah. Oh, this and that, this and that. I have to work, this and that. I'm a famous person, this and that. I'm so busy. Everyone knows, okay? And this message is for every human being on this planet. My demographic, my audience is every human in ever existence. You know. So stop fighting yourself by forcing yourself to do this way and live a certain way and go against who you actually are as a person. The thing that I want to address, okay, and this video, I'm asking YouTube to do whatever, just make it so that you don't ban my shit, okay? The higher ups, the people that run this world, the senators, the presidents, the prime ministers, the highest leaders, none of them have six-pack abs. Why? That does not make any sense. We are being led by people that are not even physically fit. The correlation of physical fitness and mental fitness is equal. How physically fit you are is literally equal to how mentally fit you are. So why would the whole world listen to people in power that are fat? My my middle school French horn teacher, my high school French horn teacher, shout out to her, she went from being, as she called it, the starving artist complex, where she would go to every gig, she would try to travel across 1 hour drives, do this, the most outlandish stuff to try to make money because her parents instilled in her that as an artist, you have to be starving. Yet that's the starvest arting mentality. And in one of her research or one of her cases, now that she's transformed her life and she's a multi-figure, she's doing numerology, she's doing astrology, she's thriving, she's traveling the world, right? One of her case studies was talking about a billionaire who was fat. And what she was saying is if that billionaire was in shape, imagine how much more wealth they could generate. So mind you, our world, the top 1,000 people, right? The top 1,000 leaders, BlackRock, the leaders of Apple, the leaders of Microsoft, the leaders of the minerals, leaders of oil and gas, the leaders of gold, the leaders of, timber, lumber, the food industry leaders, the school education leaders, the sports education leaders, even the music industry. Why does music have anything to do with politics? Music should have nothing to do with politics at all. And yet music is like now being intertwined with politics. I fucking love Nicki Minaj, okay? I love Nicki Minaj so much. But now she's realizing, oh crap, I have a platform. I have to push against the agenda that's being pushed by these unfit people. So in the sense that music should not be in politics, Nicki Minaj we're lucky to have her because she's like doing it in a way that makes sense. Where it's like, I'm not, like, if I were Nicki Minaj, right? I don't want to do with politics. I hate politics. If I was Nicki Minaj, I don't want to deal with politics. But she is, at the core of her heart, she does not want her children and her friends' children and her family's children and her relatives or whatever to grow up in a country that's run by fat people. Just think about that for a second. If we want humanity to be healthy, functional, and whatever, why are we allowing fat people to run our country? Really, really think about it. The people that are running the world are fat. Why are none of the people running the world in shape? Every person that has a position of power should have six-pack abs. But the excuse is, oh, I'm so busy. I'm a senator. I'm so busy. I'm a congressman. You don't do anything. You literally just sit in your office and your assistant tells you what to do. You don't even do your job. Your assistant tells you what to do. So in reality, your assistant is the real congressperson. Your assistant is the real senator. Your assistant is the real important person because they're telling your fat ass what to do. So the beginning of this video, when I say the demographic, is that and this isn't even just in America. This is in every part of every country. The leaders of every country are either way too fat or way too skinny. Think about a long time ago, Hercules, right? Six-pack, shredded, the gladiators, 300, Spartans. Where are the Spartans? The Spartans protected and ran the whole government, ran the whole world. The Spartans, the gladiators. In the past, the men that were most muscular, the men that had the most testosterone would run the world. Now we have fat fucks running the world. We have fat fucks running the world now. No wonder America's fucked, because the fattest people in America are running our country. No wonder no one wants to work with America anymore. Okay? So when I say everyone knows, this goes even deeper, because in the music industry, you're listening to rap artists talk about rape, rap artists talking about killing people, guns, violence. You know it's wrong, so stop listening to it. Horror movies, gore, pornography, all of this craziness that goes on, everyone knows that it's wrong. So why is humanity just allowing it to happen? It doesn't make any sense. Everyone innately in the fucking existence of our bodies. Listen to your body, your heart, your soul, your brain, the neurons, the way that you breathe, your ears, what you're listening to, the taste, your teeth, your fingers, your fingernails, your toenails. Listen to everything, bro. At the core of who we are as humans, we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong, okay? This whole push about, for the BLM movement, okay? Police brutality is awful. Absolutely awful. Except, where does the money that got donated go to? If BLM really is a significant movement, then the money should build a building, and then the building should be BLM, and then it should be anyone that feels endangered by the police, come to our building. All of the money is going to go to building air conditioning, building water for black communities. All the money is going to be, if you're going to make hot dogs and hamburgers, just call it BLM hamburgers, BLM hot dogs. But where is it? All the t-shirts, all the hats, all the whatever. Where does the money go? None of us know, okay? Then on top of that, the LGBTQ community. I understand that there is a biological difference, a chemical difference for people that are LGBTQ. But my warped thought about this is, if I am straight, right? I don't advertise, hey, I'm straight, everyone to be straight, right? Because I am a man, I like women, I love women. I don't advertise, oh my goodness, I love women. Everyone, we should love women. I don't do that. As a straight man that loves women, I'm attracted to women, only women. I don't push this advertisement of, oh, let's all be attracted to girls. I like women, I like females, whatever, whatever. But then isn't it weird how the LGBTQ community is like, oh, we promote gayness. We promote transgender likeness. It's like, it doesn't make any sense because all the people that are straight, all the men and women that are heterosexual, we just exist. We never push the agenda of, oh, be heterosexual. Like men should like women, women should like men. The heterosexual community, now we're a community now, it's crazy, never push that agenda. Oh, go like the opposite sex. We never say that. But then all of a sudden, the LGBTQ community comes along and then it's, oh, we should promote people liking the same sex. And okay. So the basis of this video is we know in the core of existence, every president from the beginning of the existence, every human from the beginning of existence, every single human in all of history, since slavery, since slave labor, since child labor, since war, since everything that's everything about everything, bro, that now we're living in a warped reality instead of just being humans on earth. At the core of who we are, we know what is not right. We know what is wrong. So my question for the universe, for God, for whoever created this fucking, this oval-shaped rock sphere that we call Earth, that we live on, the creator. My question for the creator is the creator just sipping on popcorn and watching humans go through this? What in anything that ever created existence along the way was like, you know what? This would be a great idea for humans to live this way. And then as the humans, we don't even question. We don't even question. And the thing is, when I'm saying that we know what is wrong, why does it still continue to happen? Like pimps, bro. We know pimp is wrong. We know that, as a 45-year-old grown-ass man, and then going to go scout out 18-year-olds to join the porn industry is completely wrong. We know that the idea of scouting 15-year-old Asian girls to become K-pop idols is weird. Wait until they're 21. Why in your right mind, I'm a 45-year-old guy, I'm going to start a record label where we scout out 14-year-old girls to shake their bodies and then wear skimpy clothes so that they become famous K-pop idols. What the fuck? Then this whole movement of, we don't want to have kids. We don't want to have kids. Then what happens is on the guy's side, my nut doesn't matter anymore. My sperm isn't important anymore. That's literal life force. And then on the other side, the woman, the literal bodily function that the biology and the creator has created, the biological function of that organ is to reproduce life. And yet it's just now cut it out, or we're just going to use it as a pleasure tool. Dude, everyone innately knows this is wrong. On the man's side, I'm a guy's side. On the man's side, we know cherish women, treat them to the highest regard. But because of pornography, because of video games and movies and whatever and horrible music, we bring women off of a pedestal and, that's just a sex object. And then vice versa. Women don't see men as, that man can take care of me. We just see, that's a pleasure object. So what happens is now the further and further and further along that humanity is living in this time, living in this era, the push for what was natural is being completely reversed. Everything absolutely unnatural of what we do. Okay, I'm going to go to the sun. I'm going to grow my own food or whatever. No, completely different now. Instead of waking up and going to go farm and going to go spend time with your family, going to go fetch water, going to go build a house, going to go sew clothes, now the agenda is play video games, make movies, black screens. How do I take my clothes off on the camera, and then little tips and tokens that I get from people across the world I don't even know. They see my whole naked body, but it's parasocial, so who the fuck cares? And then if you're a guy, oh, how do I become a streamer? How do I this and that? And you have to understand, some of these people that are famous are actually bad people. People that are watching this, oh wait, SLX, you're the only one watching this video, so whatever. The people that are on the big screens, the people that are famous, quote unquote, or whatever, you need to understand that these are bad people. What does that mean? These are people that don't care about the general public. They don't care about the general health. They don't care about their families. They don't care about their mom and dad. They don't care. All they care about is black screens and how to literally destroy humanity. That's all that they care about. And the thing is, there is a reform innately in those people, though they're still humans with hearts. Innately in their souls, they realize, oh, I need to reform. I need to get fucking baptized. I need to go to the Quran, to the Bible, to Buddha. I gotta get fucking baptized. But they don't. And I'm gonna explain why. Because it's addictive. The numbers, the toxicity, the badness, the being a horrible person, the technology and the algorithm or whatever, the black screens that the neuroscientists in the federal government, the neuroscientists, think about it. The judicial branch, the legislative branch, and the executive branch are all the same. The higher ups in the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch should have the interest of how do we make humans the best that we possibly can. There's no such thing as those three branches. All it is a bunch of nerdy neuroscientists that figure out how do we make the generations to come absolutely programmed by black screens that aren't even real. So then the agenda is very easy. Destroy humanity, make it so that it's impossible to have kids, make it so inhuman, destroy humanity. People think that there's 8 billion humans, 9 billion humans or whatever. That's false. The population collapse is on its way. For the history of all of existence, the number one humanity ideology was, how do we not die? What does that mean? Have as many offsprings and descendants as we can. Nowadays, it's complete opposite. Nowadays, it's all about self-preservation. Instead of how do we have as many offsprings, it's how do we prevent as many offsprings from occurring. So with that ideology, here's the thought experiment. If we were to completely stop childbirth altogether, in the next 200 years, every human alive right now would be dead. Here's the thought experiment, okay? For anyone that has remotely IQ, because nowadays none of you can even think for yourself. I don't care if you have a high school degree. I don't care if you have a college degree. I don't care what education you have. Think critically if you can, if your IQ is level enough, okay? The thought experiment is this, because there's this weird, oh, you're a bad person for having a kid. Oh, you're a bad person for not having a kid. What are you talking about? Evolution and the existence of human beings, childbirth was always celebrated. It wasn't until after the American Revolution, after the Civil War, after World War I, after World War II, that childbirth started to become this fucking taboo. Oh, you're 18-year-old, but you don't have enough. You're a slut. Oh, you're a whore. Oh, you can't have a kid. Versus, oh, you're a 28-year-old, you have a husband, you're married. Oh my God, congratulations for having a kid. What's the difference? It's a child being brought into humanity. The 18-year-old that just finished high school is looked down upon. The 28-year-old that has a job and a husband and marriage is looked up. But that doesn't make any sense. Why? Because if anything, the 18-year-old and the 28-year-old have equal responsibility to raise a whole human being that we can revere and see them as holy beings, that instead of the world pushing against women giving birth, if the agenda changed to we will make ample amount of resources so that women can feel safe in their bodies when they're housing children. Here's another thought experiment. Who the fuck in all existence ever thought of cutting out a baby out of a woman's fallopian tubes? I'm just curious to know. In the existence of all of history, the first ever human, what in their right mind ever? You know what would be a great idea? If I take a scalpel, shove it up a woman's pussy, and then go through her fallopian tubes, and then just scrape out a whole baby. What was the thought that went to that person's mind that they were like, oh, you know what? We should market this. We should productize this. We should make this into a popular marketing scheme. Ha 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 ha. Am I living on Earth? Am I on Mars right now? Am I in a different galaxy right now? Am I on a different solar system right now? So here's a thought experiment, okay? If childbirth is this huge controversy, why don't we just completely act as what if childbirth, right? From this moment on, so this is the thought experiment, okay? From this exact moment on, every single human being on this planet, that's the last human beings that's ever going to exist. That means that childbirth is just completely poof, 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 whew, poof. Abracadabra, gone. Like a Thanos snap, childbirth just doesn't exist. Women can no longer childbirth. Men no longer have sperm, eggs, sperm. The whole idea of reproduction just poof. That all the humans that are alive right now on Earth is the last humans to ever exist. In 200 years from now, we would all be dead. I'm going to say this thought experiment one more time, and this is how I'm going to wrap up this video, okay? The thought experiment, and I'm going to explain it as if you were a 10-year-old, okay? 10-year-old, babies come from when the father gives love to the mother, and then the mother and father have sex, so the guy puts his groin inside of the mom, and then they create a child. And the 10-year-old will go, oh, that's pretty cool, okay. But guess what, 10-year-old? Because of the thought experiment and because the omniscient creator's power was like, you know what? Here's a thought experiment. We're just never, ever going to allow childbirth to ever happen on Earth ever again. All the humans that are on Earth right now, that's the last of humans to ever, 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 ever. So in 200 years, they're all going to be dead. Good luck. And as a 10-year-old, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So I'm explaining it as if you're a 10-year-old, okay? Imagine that the idea of reproduction just poof, gone. All of our reproductive organs, all of my testicle sperm, gone. Poof. All the fallopian tubes, uterus, wombs, poof, gone. And now we're just humans living. And then what if the creator just vanished it? What if the creator just vanished the thought that we could ever give birth? All of our reproductive organs, poof, gone. All of our thoughts about reproducing and giving birth to babies, poof, gone. The creator has that power. The God creator has that power. Omniscient, right? So then what does that mean? The 8 billion to 9 billion to 10 billion to 11, 12, the plus billion humans that are not counted on the census, right? Now we are the last ever humans to live on Earth. That in 200 years, we would all be dead.